What is up, woke family? It's your boy Wokey Bucks, and I'm back again with another video. So the topic that we'll be discussing in this video today is in regards to why a Chinese woman pole dances at a wedding, and what the spiritual significance of what is going on really means. The one thing that y'all gotta understand is that the devil is at hand in order to be able to destroy unity between a man and a woman, which is created through God. Let me repeat that again. The devil is at hand in order to be able to destroy the unity which was created through God that is supposed to exist between a man and a woman, right? It says in the Bible that a man one day will leave his parents and join his woman and create one union with God, right? Through the wedding, through marriage, right? So when you see situations like this in China in regards to a woman coming to pole dance at a wedding, that is the devil's work at hand. How? Because pole dancing is meant to represent stripping. Pole dancing is meant to represent sexual immorality, because people who are desperate, people who are thirsty, are going to be going to the strip club, are going to be going to where the pole dancers are. So when you pole dance, you are basically exploiting your body, right, for money, which is a sin against God, because it's in that same category of sexual immorality, right? It's one thing for one to commit against a sin or commit a sin outside of his body, but to commit a sin with his body is what God does not like, aka sexual immorality. So when you're promoting sexual immorality, when God is promoting marriage, when God is promoting weddings, that is a sin against God. And the thing is that spiritually, God sees that is a warfare spiritually between himself and the devil. So my point in why I'm bringing this up is because most of these things that you see that are happening on a day in and day out basis are basically a spiritual warfare, spiritual fight between the devil and God, which is more important than the devil, right? So now, within the spiritual warfare between God and the devil, it's manifesting into its physical reality through the form of the devil, obviously haunting this woman or possessing her to believe that it's okay to pole dance. Number one, not even talking about coming to the wedding, because coming to the wedding is a whole different situation, right? The woman believing that pole dancing is her only way out in regards to making money is a spiritual attack by the devil to make her to do sexual immoral things, which is against God. Number two is coming to the wedding and performing that, obviously, which is against what God wants through marriage and weddings. So you look at all these situations and you know that this is a spiritual attack between God and the devil, right? Or spiritual warfare, all right? But it's a spiritual attack on the woman because she's being influenced by devilish things. And the thing you have to realize is that that has gone on even before modern times, right? That has gone on even before modern times have happened. If we go back into history, right, in the beginning of the Bible, in Genesis, right, God first created Adam and Eve, right? So when God created Adam and Eve, God created them. Well, he created Adam first, then he created Eve out of Adam's rib. So he placed them in the Garden of Eden with the trees that they could eat from, like the fruits that they could basically eat the fruits from the trees, but the fruit that they could not eat was from the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, right? But the devil basically came to tempt them in the form of a snake. But he started off with tempting Eve, because women are more susceptible to evil things going on, or susceptible to things going on in general, right? The thing is that they don't want you to realize that women are easily susceptible to the things that can happen on both a physical reality and a spiritual reality. So the devil was able to tempt Eve, the woman, to be able to eat from the tree, right? Basically the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, despite the fact God telling her and God telling Adam to not eat from that tree. So the point is that women are easily susceptible to evil, are easily susceptible more than men are, right? You have to realize that at the end of the day, it applies to this Chinese wedding right now because the devil is obviously possessing that woman to believe that it's okay to be sexually immoral, despite God saying that it's not okay. And now you're coming to the wedding and you're performing those acts. And even during those weddings, people see it as a taboo because it's not part of the culture. It's not part of the tradition of what you see at most weddings. It doesn't even matter which culture, tradition happens, like where it happens in the world. But when you pay attention to certain things like that, you understand that that's sexually immoral, so it's a sin. If it's a sin, it's against God. God doesn't like to see those things happen. But the thing is that those things are going to continuously be promoted, and people are going to think that it's okay to go to pole dance, aka be sexually immoral during a wedding, which is supposed to be unity between man and woman and God. So the bottom line at the end of the day is that we have to really start to grow spiritually in our relationship with the Most High so that He can reveal situations like this to us. So when we see situations like this, we try as much as possible in our best power to avoid them. Why? Because we're trying to grow with the Most High. We're trying to have Him influence our life so that He can show us His will, so we can do His will on this earth as it is done in heaven, so that we can be able to live the best lives that we can live on earth and in heaven. Alright? Lee used this as an example to understand that we cannot allow the devil to be able to possess us through susceptibility to evil. We have to pay attention to all of the signs that the devil is showing us that it's okay to be evil and cut them off completely. Trust in God. Do not trust in man. Do not trust in the spiritual forces of this world that are evil, and trust in the godly spiritual forces, right? We have to improve every single aspect of our life. The more we improve, the more good things happen to us. The less we improve, the more evil things happen to us, the more bad things happen to us. So we got to focus and stay focused on the goal at hand. Try as much as possible to not get distracted. Try as much as possible to not get swayed by anything that's going on, right? We have to do well. We have to continuously get better. We have to improve. This is 2021. The thing is that things are only going to get worse if you do not grow spiritually with the Most High, if you do not become woke. Woke family, you know what type of time it is, man. We have to get better. No more excuses. This is 2021, man. How are we improving in our lives day in and day out? Right? How are we getting better? No matter how much the devil tries to attack us spiritually, we have to stay spiritually strong with God so that He can bless us, no matter what the situation may be. It doesn't even matter if women have a higher susceptibility to doing evil, right? In the form of being spiritually possessed by the devil. We have to stay strong. We have to stay strong. And that's not going to happen if we're not growing spiritually through prayer, through meditation with God. We have to improve. We have to look at these situations and call them for what it is. You can't call yourself someone that is spiritually part of God and not see bad and speak on that bad. You see the truth, you speak the truth. You see bad, you speak on that bad and denounce it, right? This is obvious that this is an attack from the devil, but we're not going to accept it for what it truly is, right? We're not going to accept it, right? And I'm not saying that we deny it, but what I'm saying is that when I say that we don't accept it for what it truly is, we see what it is, but we deny it, and we try as much as possible to ask God to be able to wipe all of that nonsense away, right? Our goal is to try to live lives that God is going to be proud of at the end of the day. And that's not going to happen if we're not focused on the goal at hand of improving spiritually, improving physically, improving mentally, improving financially. Let's stay focused so that God can bless us in due time for doing His will. If you understand, it's because you're woke. If you don't understand, you're not woke. This is going to be the end of this video. If you like this video, make sure you go spam that like button, leave comments, share this video with your friends, subscribe to the channel at WokeEbucks, WOKEEBUKS, tap the notification button to get all of these videos that I post. Patreon link will be down in the description below, some social media links, so make sure I will give those a check. Without further ado, this is going to be the end of this video. This is WokeEbucks, and I'm out, man.